Hey, today is January 15th. Time is now 9:58. I'm going to look at trading the crude oil inventories out of the U.S. As you can see here, I have two orders open right now. I'm looking to submit those in a second. I've already gone through and checked out my different strike prices, and I'm thinking I'm going to use the 93 for the sell side and the 94 for the buy side. You guys can see here my risk. But over here, this is just Ninja Trader, basically watching the crude oil so I can see the exact price. We can fix that. Alright, so my risk has gone up a little bit over here. So, my strike price on the buy side is going to be, where is it, 94, which is right there. About 60 ticks away. My strike price on the sell side is 93. Okay, which is right there. So that's where we're at right now. I'm going to go ahead and place these orders before the price gets any further away from me. Okay. Alright, so as you can see here, both my orders are now in. One is a buy, one is a sell. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to look at is, actually let me pause this video. I need to check on something real quick. Be right back. Okay, I was going to try and go into some of the details about what I did, but for some reason my computer has been acting up. It keeps freezing for some reason, so I'm going to have to go into that at a later date, maybe on my next video here. But anyway, the news comes out in about, where are we at now, 10:02, so we have about 30 minutes to go, 28 minutes, and I will be back then and we'll see what happens. Alright, talk to you guys shortly. I also wanted to mention that while doing my early review, I started looking at this chart at 9:30, and my risk on both sides was I believe my risk on my buy side was 27, the risk on the sell side was like 18 or 19, and so basically I wanted to say that it's early, or it's better to get in as early. I don't know if it's as early as possible, because like I said, I'm just testing this stuff out now myself, but it seems advantageous to get in before 10 o'clock, before 9:30, most likely around 9 o'clock, you know, because around 9 o'clock it was even better than it was at 9:30. So that's just something to keep in mind here, because the closer we get to the release, it looks like the more risk is added to our loss side. So that's just something to keep in mind for anybody that's going to start testing this. You know, and of course you can test it for yourself, and I plan on doing the same in the future. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to press pause and I'll be back shortly. Hey, I forgot to mention about the take profits. I wanted to quickly speak on that. This right here is my buy order. To enter your take profit, you just come in here and click on this. Your ticket will pop up. It's already set to sell. And from here you can go ahead and just enter whatever area you want the market to take you out at. For example, if we entered at 20, which I believe we did, I could go ahead and place a take profit at 48, for example. Okay, or let's just do 50. Okay, so we do that, and then we just click place order, and that would put our take profit in at the 50 level. You can also come in here, click on quick chart, and this will actually show you guys the information. And I know this might be a little confusing because these aren't the same numbers as the actual oil. So you'll have to go to Nadex.com and learn about exactly how their binary options work, learn about how their spreads work, because it took me a little while to get used to it, but once you actually figure things out, it's not that big a deal. Anyway, I'm not going to be using the take profit on this one. Like I said, I'm just testing out different methods and different things to see how this works here. So with that being said, we have about 4 minutes to go. If the market does spike up and come close to either of my strike prices, hopefully it'll go through it. But if we at least get to a point of a break even to where I believe my sell side risk was $27. So if I'm up, you know, $38 or $40 or even $50 or something on the buy side here, I might just go ahead and close out the buy side with that profit. Anyway, we got 3 minutes to go. I'm gonna pause the video and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, we're now 1 minute until the release. Market has still been moving sideways. Now strike prices are at 94 and 93. "30 seconds to go." And I can't remember if our strike price is hit, if it automatically takes us out, or if the market has to be below the strike price at 230 here. So like I said, definitely do your own research because I'm still poking around and testing myself. Okay, we got 5 seconds. Here we go. Remember, our max loss on the sell side is $27. Hopefully we'll get some continuation. This wasn't a very big move. I'm used to seeing, you know, 30, 40 tick moves here. But this was pretty small. There it goes. Now it's starting to push a little more. I'm hoping it goes ahead and hits this level. I want to see exactly what happens with it. Alright, it looks like we're close. Wow, that was a nice little fake out. Popped up, then popped right back down. And remember, we have until 2:30, which is when this option expires. Let me go and check out the actual numbers here, see what it was. Crude oil inventories. Alright, wow, that was a pretty nice deviation. I'm actually surprised we didn't get more continuation. Alright, we're going to continue to watch it here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and pause it and just come back when we get either closer to filling this one or closer to filling this one or something. So I'll be back with you guys shortly. Alright folks, we're very close here. And I'm pretty sure that it's set up so that the market has to be above this level at 230. So once we get a certain position in profit, I'll go ahead and take that profit. Because I'm not sure at 230 if the market's going to continue to be above this level, but it looks like we're going to continue pushing up here, so we'll see what happens shortly. Just waiting for it to hit that level. And it's taking another breather. Thought it would have done it in that moment in this push here, but I guess I was wrong. Alright, let me press pause and I'll be back once it actually passes this level. Okay folks, the market finally pushed through the 94 level. I mean, it literally touched it no less than 4 or 5 times. And we just ticked over into the profitable realm. And something else I wanted to mention here, after going back and looking over things at, I think it was 9:30 was where I originally started watching the market. Alright, we're currently up $3, not much, but as you guys can see here, this has reached his maximum loss level. Okay, so $27 is the most we can lose on that side, and now we can continue. Hopefully we'll continue to push up and make more money on the buy trade. But I didn't actually do this the best way that I could have, and I'm gonna show you guys how now. You can see here I started watching it at 9:30, and at this point in time my strike price was $93.50, and my risk was only right around $20. Okay, so if I would have went ahead and just entered the trade at 9:30 instead of at 10 o'clock, that would have allowed me to hit my strike much earlier, which is right here. This would have been my strike instead of having a strike way up here. So that was one of the things I wanted to look into, seeing if it was more beneficial to enter early or to enter later. And as I just saw with this trade today, it definitely was more beneficial to go ahead and enter the market earlier, because I can see that my total risk on this trade was 47 after waiting to enter at about 10 o'clock. My risk would have been much lower if I would have entered, back here between 9:20 and 9:30. So that's just something to keep in mind for the next time we take this trade, or the next time we test it. We would have had much more profit. So let's see here, 93.50 is around where we would have passed our break-even point. So from 93, we'll even say 93.60 up to 94.18. So we would have had a lot more profit if we would have done that. As you can see over here, this is still looking nice. We have several hours until this is going to end, but I'm going to go ahead and look at exiting this trade. And the reason I went ahead and exited that trade is because, like I said, I'm in the process of testing, so I want to go ahead and just take my profit when I get it. I learned a lesson here, which is what I just said. It is beneficial to enter earlier. As you guys can see, I'm not sure why the market does it, but it does tend to move in one direction in expectation of the oil release. So we might want to look at entering as early as 9 o'clock or 9:15, 9:30. In the future, I'm sure we'll be able to figure out a time that's most beneficial to enter the market. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm not going to exit the other side, because there's still a chance that it will go back down. And if it does go back down, then obviously my $27.50 total loss doesn't have to be a total loss. So there's no point in me closing out that trade. It's already at its total loss point. I've already made not much profit on this one, because like I said, my entry was not as good as it could have been due to my testing period here. But if the market goes back down, we'll be able to minimize this side of the loss and potentially increase our profit on this trade. So with that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and close this out. And I believe there is another trade this afternoon that I'm going to look at testing. I think there's an Australian trade, but that's going to be a straddle with the where is it at here? Yeah, I'm going to be using the bull spreads on that one. So this was a different setup. This was with binaries, but on that particular release, I'm going to be using bull spreads, AUD USD. So that comes out, I believe, 7:30 this afternoon. Alright, so with that being said, I'm going to continue to manage this, but I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. I wanted you guys to get a feel for how this works. And I have gone back and checked the releases to see how far they usually move. And I found that with this trade, you're usually able to get a couple dollars in profit, or either hit your take profit targets pretty easily. I can't think of 1 month or 1 week, excuse me, where I wasn't able to at least get to break even on this trade. But definitely you guys should go back and check the releases from the past. Go back and take a look at it and see what you guys would have been able to do with those releases. So anyway, starting to ramble on here, so I'm going to go ahead and close the video. In the future, you guys should expect to see more of these videos, and like I said earlier, hopefully it'll be profitable for us. Thank you.